singles apply for an EC? Yes, you can, but requirement is that all must be Singapore citizen and must be above 35 years old under the joint single scheme. All of them must be the applicant. They cannot be one of them become an essential occupier lah. Under the recent new policy change, a widow who is under 35 years old will be able to apply for an EC with a single who is above 35 years old. Do we need to sell our HDB before buying an EC from developer and need to pay ABSD? Actually, we don't need to sell our HDB before you can buy an EC because EC is considered a subsidized flat, thus the HDB rulings will apply. You will be required to sign an undertaking letter to sell your HDB within 6 months from TOP. So you can still stay in your current HDB until the TOP, then you sell your HDB. So it will still be your matrimonial flat, thus there's no need to pay for the ABSD. Fourth question, what is the difference between TDSR and MSR? Okay, so for EC, right, the loan calculation will be using the MSR calculation, which is the mortgage servicing ratio. This MSR will determine how much the loan, right, to buy for the EC. So for this MSR is capped at a 30% of your income to determine the loan amount. So for example, if let's say a husband and wife age is 32 and 30 and their income is 8,000 and 7,008 respectively, so using an MSR calculation, right, their loan amount will be 969,000. Whereas for TDSR calculation, which is at 55% of their income, right? So the loan amount that they can get based on their income will be 1.77 million. So this means that they can get a property price up to 2.36 million. Question 5. What are the payment schemes like? So for EC, we have two payment schemes. One is the progressive payment and the other one will be the deferred payment. So the difference between these two payment schemes, right, and also to determine which one to go for will depend on your situation. So for example, the progressive payment schemes, right, you will need to pay in the front 5% on booking, then 15% within the 9 weeks plus the stamp duty as well. Then once they're done with the foundation, you pay a 10%. So once they're done with the second stage, you pay another 10%. Then after 5%, 5%, 5%. It will be based on according to how fast the construction goes, and then when the developer call for the amount, then your bank will disperse the amount, then you start paying installment based on what's being called. Alright, so for deferred payment, right, deferred payment you pay the 5% first, and then within the 9 weeks you pay the 15% plus your stamp duty as well, right? So you don't have to pay anything, alright, until the TOP comes in. Right. The main difference between these two is that there's a 3%, almost estimated about a 3% difference in the price between the progressive payment and the deferred payment. So